Uh-huh. 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 Uh-huh.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the
Uh-huh.
Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared on this movie Monday. I hope you all are having a wonderful start to your week and that you had a great weekend. I'll fill you in on all of the things that I did over the weekend. It's quite peoply this weekend, but it was a good weekend nonetheless. But in the meantime, grab yourself a comfortable chair, a mug, or a tumbler of your favorite frosty or steamy adult beverage. Mind your manners and say good morning and sit a spell with us here on the campus of Xavier University, located at the base of the overpass on Norman C. Francis Parkway. So we know you know we're home, and you can hit us up on the talk line 504-582-9422, or join us in the chat on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram Live. And the A number one ringy dingy way you can get in touch with us again is on the talk line here. But yeah, hey y'all, hey, how y'all doing? Hope you had a great weekend. I had a very busy weekend, but it was good nonetheless. I do have a major question that I'll get to as we go further along in the chat. But I got some questions for men over the age of 45. So be sure you keep it locked in for the question that I have for you. And yeah, it is Monday, August 24th. We are smack dab in the middle of Virgo season. Happy birthday to all the Virgos. Uh, I love y'all, but y'all mean. Y'all are really mean. We love that you hold boundaries. I love every bit of it. But some of y'all are mean and you keep signing up to fix people. People who have no intention of being fixed. I need y'all to do better for yourselves and stop stressing yourselves out and along with the rest of us. Please and thank you. But happy birthday to all of the Leo folks. And good morning to our people in the chat. Good morning to Miss Joyce. Good morning, Charles. Hey, Charles Ferguson. Good morning, Mark Joseph. Good morning, Lori Weber. And good morning, Sherman Bunch. Hey, Sherman. How y'all doing over there in the house, in y'all's household without JoJo? Me and Myri been having conversations like we are long lost girlfriends. I am getting a lot of information, some of which I could do without, but it's okay. I'm glad that they are sharing things that are happening in their world. But it has been an adjustment in the last week. We're back to school. We have CJ, who's a senior right now in college, and we have Myri, who is a freshman in college. And my God, it seems like it's gone by ridiculously fast. Ridiculously fast. It seems like I just brought him to LSU, and here we are, senior year. And it seems as if we just started with Mari with high school. Like all of that got started, and it's been increasingly. I guess it's been going by increasingly quick, but it's really good. But my lord, time does not wait for anybody. Good morning, Martin Curley. How you doing this morning? And shouts out to all the people that I saw over the weekend. I know I ran into some people at the Dumaine Street Gang Gala. Saw some people at the Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Alpha Beta Omega chapter wellness and school supply giveaway. And then I saw some people at Son of a Saint who celebrated their 15 years of service to our community. Over the weekend, we were notified of the transitioning of Jerome Big Duck Smith. And I really haven't said too much about his passing because I really don't know how to put the words together. But thank you, sir. Thank you for your commitment and your dedication to our community. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. Thank you for just being a kind human, worrying about the well being of other humans. So thank you. Rest in power, and you will be missed. I definitely, um, I definitely do cherish the interactions that I have had with him as a young person and as an adult. He never rushed away from conversations. If he was in the grocery store, if he was in City Hall, or you just saw him on the street and you wanted to engage with him, he definitely took the time to to share his wisdom, and for that I am thankful and grateful, and I'm especially happy that he got his flowers while he was still with us on this plane. But rest in power to Jerome Big Duck Smith. We will honor your name and keep your name alive because people need to know. People need to know that it starts with young people. The revolution starts with young people, and you stay with it until it's time to pass the torch. So yes, rest in power. Whew. So yeah, y'all. This weekend was a lot of peopling, a lot of excitement, a lot of joy. I did a lot of smiling and a lot of laughing this weekend, which I was all too happy to do. I do remember seeing Miss Leslie Williams, who's one of our longtime listeners. I saw her Saturday night at the Dumaine Street game, and it's always great to see you guys out and about. It's always a joy to see you guys out and about. To like touch and hug on you because while we do appreciate that you all are listening and that you support the station and the various shows that we have on this station, but the fact that you see us as real people and that we are a part of your community. So thank you, per usual. Thank you very much to all of you who listen, who share, who like, who follow, subscribe, and all of those good things. We appreciate you indeed. There's a lot of birthdays coming up. I don't know whose birthday is today. I do know that CJ will be 21. And that don't even feel right saying that. CJ will be 21 on August 30th. That is crazy to me. And I'm all too happy and too proud to celebrate with him coming up this weekend. And yeah, we all trying to find our way right now. The house is adjusted. The dogs are looking for Imari. They hear her on FaceTime or hear her on the phone, and they come running into the room where they hear her voice. Mm. And now I got to figure out how to cook again because I only cook for holidays. They do most of the cooking, but the one who likes to do it the most, she has gone to school and is adjusting pretty well. She's having a full college experience, and I love every single bit of that for her. She did a smart thing by not booking or scheduling early morning classes as a freshman that she was sure to not make it to. So she did really good with creating her schedule this year, and I look forward to hearing more of the adventures that she is going on um, during her first. Her first full week will be Wednesday. Yeah, first full week away, and I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about it. I miss her but not to the point that I want her to come back home. I miss her. Um, I miss her enough to keep the conversations that we've been having. But I really do want her to experience what campus life has to offer her, for sure. I think that's my biggest um I guess that's my biggest idea about her going away to school. And we'll see. I'll keep y'all posted on how she's doing and what she's got going on. But so far so good. That makes me extremely happy, and we're gonna keep it pushing from there. But we're gonna take this first break, y'all. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Real issues, real talk, real solutions. Miss an episode of The Reality Check? You can catch every episode anytime. Search WBOK Media on your favorite podcast app to tap the bold commentary, real-time reactions, and powerful perspectives from the people and leaders shaping our city. Download, share, and rate it 5 stars because the real ones always stay informed.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are your Monday headlines for you. Overnight, a man is shot and killed in Algiers. The New Orleans Police Department says that it happened around 10:30 last night on Newton Street and Atlantic Avenue. They say that the victim was taken to the hospital where he died. Police say they are working to identify a suspect, so if you have any information at all on this shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. After 8 months, the National Guard is ending operations in New Orleans starting today. They are expected to be completely out of the city by the end of the month. Troops were first deployed during the 1-year anniversary of the Bourbon Street terror attack to help with major events like the Sugar Bowl. Mayor Helena Moreno thanked the Guard and said while the deployment is ending, it is not the end of the partnership. And today is the last day for you to give your input on the New Orleans Recreation Development Commission as they search for the next CEO. A community survey is open now, and it asks what changes you would like to see and what you're looking for in NORD's next leader. The survey will close at the end of the day. Once NORD combs through applications and selects finalists, you will be able to attend a forum and hear directly from candidates. And that is a look for you at your Monday.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival, presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana companies through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about what the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation does, please visit www.jazzandheritage.org.
We are the rhythm of the streets.
The flavor in every day.
The story in every song.
We are New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation.
We help artists build the future of New Orleans.
Because when the culture thrives, our people thrive.
Every note, every brushstroke, every dish is a door opening new possibilities for those who carry our traditions forward. And when we open that door, the whole city moves forward. For New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation, culture is our open door.
WBOK is pleased to announce the reboot of Crosstown Conversations with host Gene Nathan. A heightened focus on cultural entertainment events and the creators who present them. The new time is now Saturday at noon. Tune into the stories of our exploding creative scene with Gene Nathan on Crosstown Conversations.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And what are y'all talking about in the comments? Josh said, I can't wait till Kimber Jr. come on the porch and tell her about. Josh, I can tell you a couple stories right now. I mean, listen. Jared, look at what Josh said in the chat. I can give you some stories right now. My daughter is a cold piece of work, and I love every bit of it. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Pop Jones.
Oh, Kimberly White Dupree.
Yes, good morning. How you doing?
Another full schedule, huh?
Oh, my, yes. Indeed, a full schedule for sure.
Wait, if I'm understanding you correctly, your son not home with you anymore?
No, he's here. He's back here. So he went to LSU for a year, and then he's at LSU NO now.
Oh, he don't stay with you?
No, he's at home. He's at home.
Oh, he's at home. I heard you say you didn't cook no more.
Yeah, no, he's home. He's home. He's rarely home, Pop, because he always playing somewhere.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see your point. Yeah, he's not there that
he's
much.
Rarely home. We barely see CJ.
Yeah.
We just hold his stuff.
Yeah, right. He's not there that much.
Yeah.
Well, look, Kim. You asked a question. I didn't get that about you want to ask these 45-year-old men. I don't want you to tell me to go to hell. That's not my intention. So I'm a Christian. I don't intend to go to hell.
Oh,
what is that question?
What is the question? Okay, so this is a trend that I've been paying attention to in Pop. I'm not going to tell you go to hell. And this is not even with the intention of telling people going to hell. It is to find out what is the deal with the way that men, I noticed, I narrowed it down. Men the age of 55 and older, and not all, but enough. They like to talk to women real reckless, and then their feelings be hurt when they get that same reckless talk back to them. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. But it's like, did you not hear what you said to me? So I'm curious about like where that audacity comes from and why it's expected for respect not to be given from men who are 55 and older to women particularly, and then not have the expectation that the disrespect is going to come right behind it. Why is that a thing?
What explain talking to a woman reckless?
So I was having a conversation online, actually at based on something that one of our listeners posted. And I responded with my viewpoint as a professional. And this man, who was 55 years old plus, came in and the first thing he called me was a stupid ass, rather than engage with what I said. And I find that men who are 55 and older feel like they can say any old thing, but when they are met with that, because he got called some things too, like a troglodyte. I didn't call him a stupid ass, but kind of the same thing, knuckle dragger. It was like he was like I can't believe you said that, and it's like, you called me a stupid ass, sir. Are you okay?
Well, all I can say is that's not acceptable probably to a lot of men that I know. So I don't know how that would work. It probably would work with some women or something. I don't know. You would automatically, in other words, seem like you would have to be a honeydew man.
I mean, like, treat others like you want to be treated. I would think would be the way that you would talk to people.
That's wonderful. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, but I tend to have those responses, and I mean, when I say, they say the most ridiculous things with their whole chest, but then like almost like, I can't believe you said this to me. Like, did you hear what you just said? head. It's confusing to me when it happens.
In other words, it's just like you shouldn't say anything that, in other words, that sound like you being chastised, or, in other words, even if it's right.
Okay, so
in other words, if I say
you chastise children for starters.
Say, for instance, if it's something in the house where you live needs to be corrected, is that wrong?
So it's not a matter of correction, because it's also the idea that because you're older or an older gentleman that you have the authority on things. No, you have an opinion just like everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's some things that I know that I have done, but I'm not the holder of all things, those particular things, because there are people who know more than me. But I mean, to start off with an insult is, to me, is crazy. And I find that a lot of men that I have interacted with or watched them interact with women, they say a lot of audacious things, but then their feelings get hurt. Cause it's like it's a gasp, like, you said this right back to me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is wrong with you?
Well, I guess by me being an older person, it was some things maybe I can't do that I used to do, and my mate helps me with that. So I guess my answer in that light would be a little different. I don't know. I'm trying to understand the approach.
I just think I hope that people will start paying attention to how they address people and stop assuming that because of age you're due respect just because you're age. Because if you are older and disrespectful, you are due some disrespect. And a lot of people assume that because they've gotten to a certain station or a certain different ideas that deem them above being challenged. But life don't work like that.
So if you ask a person to correct something in the house where you live, you're being disrespectful.
No. If you are talking to someone as if they are beneath you, that is disrespectful. The ask is not the problem.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, the ask is where the disrespect. The ask is not disrespectful. It is the tone, and it is the audacity that you have the right to say, and that other people are required to follow along, and that's pretty presumptuous.
But some more, if they don't do it, can that kind of upset you a little bit?
Say again.
Something. If you ask them to do something, correct something, and they don't do it, could that kind of upset you a little bit?
No. I honestly, Pop, I want people to do what they're gonna do.
My situation is probably different. There's some things I used to do I can't do no more.
But there's something that you do that you've always done, which is be polite.
Oh yeah.
That shouldn't adjust as you age, right?
Okay, well, that don't work. That's what you do.
Yeah, I mean, just be like, Pop, the golden rule: do unto others as you have them do unto you. And if you don't want that done to you, don't do that unto others.
If a person do everything else right, you can't get rid of your mate because maybe there's a couple of things that they might not correct, right?
I think there's certain people you're going to give certain allowances to, but yeah, no, my mate, I'm not throwing away because of one particular incident. No, but this is not something that I'm talking about that is from my mate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking about a different situation.
No. My husband's perfect.
Oh, he's perfect?
For me.
Oh, for you?
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Yes.
Oh, I can understand that. He's perfect for you.
Correct.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah.
He's perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, that makes all the difference in the world.
For sure.
Yeah, he's perfect for you.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody is different, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, you got the right mate.
I do.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
grateful for that.
perfect for you. He more or less let you do what you want, right?
No, sir. we
He
have
won't correct you at no time.
we have responsibilities and we have parameters by which we function. However, we play to whose strengths are the strongest. There are no gender roles in our marriage, but we have what we are good at, we do to make sure that the relationship moves forward.
But you seem to me to be entirely free.
You said what now?
To me, you seem to be entirely free.
I'm not though. I am. Yeah, I'm free about how I express myself, but yeah, no, I have a pretty tight schedule, Pop. I have a lot of responsibilities that I have to maintain and manage.
Well, for yourself and for your children, right?
And for other people too. I carry a lot of stuff. I just don't talk about it.
What about your husband?
What about him?
Do you have any responsibilities for him?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. So, I'm just asking. I ask all questions.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you can ask. I'll answer.
Yeah, I know you do. That's why I'm not disrespecting you or nothing, am I?
Oh no, Pop.
Okay.
You may be over 55, but what I can say for sure,
yes,
you have not been even in your challenging have not been disrespectful.
No, I try my best.
Yeah.
Not to be disrespectful.
And I appreciate that. But everybody don't do that. I can say that for sure.
Right. No, I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because I do not want you to tell me to go to hell. No.
Well, Pop, I have not had a reason to say that to you or even say that about you.
Yeah. Tell my partner hello.
You got it. I will let him know.
Yeah. All right, then. I know your son is busy. How your daughter making out?
So far, so good. She's been on campus, 4 days now? And
okay.
She's adjusting. Class starts today. Her first class is at 11. So
okay.
Yeah, she's doing pretty good so far.
That's good. Well, you get a little break then.
Slightly, like I said.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah, we always have something going on since we have her moved in.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, we have her moved in, and then it's fall time, so it's around the time to start dance again, and it's all the things. So we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to talk about so much going on in the state. I see the National Guards are being taken out of the city, huh?
Yeah, and I heard that the governor is not pleased about it.
Oh, who taking them out?
I said the governor said he wasn't pleased about it, but he's doing all this belly aching.
Who taking them out, Kimberly?
Huh?
Who taking them out the city?
Let me see. Let me look this up because I saw the commentary about him being a little annoyed about saying that New Orleans needs help, yada yada yada. Whatever. I don't even know.
I understand it was costing the state millions of dollars.
But it's always been a drain on the regular taxpayer. But unfortunately, some of the regular taxpayers didn't figure that out until almost 2 years? Is over a year later? Almost 2 years.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, it really don't make no sense. The homeless, the children, all those are suffering because you got those troops stationed in the city. All the money you're wasting.
Mm-hmm.
I guess they don't care though.
No. I mean, this whole collective red run country and red run state is all about waste. All about wasting money. Our national debt right now is at 40 trillion, and by what? 2030 they're expecting that it's going to be up to 50 trillion. Yeah, all the doge that was supposed to happen, all of the money that was supposed to be recovered, nope, it's a money grab.
Where's
We
the
just
money
laundering
going
money right now.
Kim? Where's the money going?
Into the people who are connected to the people in government.
I hear
reflecting pool contract went to somebody's friend. When they put the name on to the Kennedy Center, that went to somebody's friend. All of this is going. The ballroom, somebody's friend is getting the contract. Pop.
I hear that the president's son's buying islands and getting all kind of money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're witnessing crimes and saying
While
nothing about it.
The homeless don't have anywhere to stay. Children going hungry and everything.
Yeah, people losing health care.
Yeah, right.
And flat out dying. Yeah. Troops not getting paid on time. Weird.
My question is, have there no heart?
I think, Pop, that the people who have been championing the most wealthy of our communities are finding out that they have done so, but without any benefit that's going to come to them.
Or they're going to get payback.
Yeah.
All right, Kim. Wonderful talking to you because I know you have plenty of knowledge.
I try. And if I don't know, I don't know.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Well, thank you so much, Pop. I appreciate it.
All right. Okay. You have a blessed day.
I hope you will. Thank you. Have a good day.
All righty.
Later. Hey, Martin Curley. Good morning. Let's see. What are you talking about, Josh? You can't insult me and then clutch your pearls when I boomerang that thing right back. Hello? Somebody. And really, some of y'all words be harsh, and then y'all really have drugstore cotton feelings. It's crazy to me. Work your stuff out because that's not going to work. 504-582-9422. Good morning, Elwin.
Good morning. You are the queen of radio.
Aw, that's sweet of you to say.
I named Braylon the king of radio.
I like it.
So I guess I can name you the queen of radio.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I like it. I like the sound of it.
And how you doing this morning?
I'm doing pretty good. Made it through the weekend. The weekend was extremely busy, but here I am, already here in a really good energy place. So yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Are you sitting by the fan again?
I was by the fan.
Yeah, the fan makes too much noise.
Yeah, I know. I was by the fan. Now I'm not by the fan.
Very good. So what'd you do this weekend?
Well, I didn't do too much. I sit down and watch that horrible game that the Saints played, the backups played, because I don't think the veterans would go through that.
Yikes.
But other than that, I'm fine.
You're fine?
Yeah.
Me too. I'm chilling right now. I got a whole lot of stuff going on this week. Starting my third week of class with my algebra students, and then my tutoring students. We're in our fourth or fifth week. I don't know. Time.
Well, I'd have learned a lot from you in the classroom.
I hope so. I hope you would have paid attention to all the things that I would have said in the classroom.
Yeah, I'd have paid completely, give you my complete divided attention.
Well, good. That's good to know. I hope you learn stuff from me when you're listening now.
Oh, I do. I do learn a lot.
Very good.
I learn a lot from this show all the time.
Well, that's good to know. That
about
makes me very happy.
How crooked the government is. how crooked who's in office up there in D.C., who's crooked in office in Baton Rouge here, and I learned something from Liz Merrill too, that she goes along with whatever the governor says.
Those are the most dangerous kinds of white women. The ones that go along with white men who are causing havoc and wreaking chaos.
And well, I ain't no telling what's going on there. I'm not gonna speculate, but you know what goes on there. So different strokes for different folks.
Yeah,
that's what the laws is written for us, not for them. Okay, it's written for the poor to obey, because the rich, they can break the law and get away with it and don't even have to go to jail for it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Especially that guy who thinks he's the king up there in the White House. All right? But he's not no king. We're going to dethrone him. If he thought he was a king, he's in for a surprise next year.
Okay. I'm hoping that the surprise will come in November when people show up.
Look, when Bobby Jindal had everything, he closed Charity Hospital down. That's why we're dealing with all these mental situations we got going on. Bobby Jindal pocketed that money, and he didn't care about the mental, the disabled, or anybody. All he cared about himself.
Yeah, that's how this goes. But I need the people who voted independent and also voted for this weirdo in the White House, and the ones who didn't show up to vote for the weirdo in the White House and in the Capitol. They got a job to do, and that's pretty much where we are with that. We got to take this break, though, okay, Elwin? You can call me back.
I'm going to call you right back because I got something else to say.
All right, well, hold on to it to the other side of this break. We're going to talk to you in a little bit.
All right.
All right. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today is a WDSU First Warning Weather Alert Day for the threat of strong to severe storms this afternoon and evening. Highs reach 93 to 97, feeling like 100 to 105. Storms arrive after 2 p.m. for the North Shore, after 4 p.m. for the South Shore. Main impacts include strong winds, frequent lightning, and heavy rain. Another round of storms expected for your Tuesday. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
Climate Hope NOLA presents this month's climate keyword, adaptation. Climate adaptation means preparing our communities for stronger storms, hotter days, flooding, and rising water. That means planting trees, restoring wetlands, protecting homes, and helping families recover stronger after disasters. In New Orleans, resilience is part of who we are and how we survive. Learn more, stay informed, and take action with Climate Hope NOLA. Visit Team Hope NOLA on Instagram to learn more.
We are the rhythm of the streets.
The flavor in every day.
The story in every song.
We are New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation.
We help artists build the future of New Orleans.
Because when the culture thrives, our people thrive.
Every note, every brushstroke, every dish is a door opening new possibilities for those who carry our traditions forward. And when we open that door, the whole city moves forward. For New Orleans Tourism and Cultural Foundation, culture is our open door.
This is Sandra Morris, host of Put Housing First. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock, where we will discuss how housing affects every aspect of our lives and what's necessary, what's needed to guarantee housing for all. Join us every Tuesday at 12 o'clock as we dig down deep onto the issues that affect all of us.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. It is Monday, August 24th. I feel like my niece's birthday is today. I'm going to have to look and see just to be sure, but I feel like my niece Jasmine's birthday is today. I'm going to look it up in a little bit. 504-582-9422. Hey, Pam.
Good morning, baby.
How are you this morning?
I'm wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy it and get in before the rain starts getting heavy.
Wait, say that one more time.
I said it's a beautiful day. I'm going to enjoy it, but I'm going to be in before that rain comes, that heavy rain we're supposed to be expecting.
Oh, man, what time is it supposed to rain?
They said later on in the afternoon we have a 70% chance unless it's recently changed.
I see what part of the city I'm going to be in around that time.
Right, exactly. It could be raining right here and on this block, and the next block there's nothing going on.
I know.
But I wanted to ask you, too, because I have something else I want to tell you. How is baby girl doing, and the situation that happened with the scoreboard being set on fire? Was she alarmed about that?
What scoreboard?
It was supposed to be at her university.
At ULL?
Yeah, about 3 days ago.
She didn't say anything about it, and we literally have been talking like old girlfriends every day.
That's so
I don't.
sweet.
She hasn't said anything about that. I do know that the program that she went up for, which was to get them acclimated to campus life, it's very involving because they start at like 7 o'clock in the morning and they're not done till 11 o'clock at night.
Oh my goodness!
So yeah, she may not have heard because she was so consumed with other stuff.
Man, that's a lot. But if anybody can do it, she can do it.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited.
Oh my goodness! I also want you all, Front Porch family, to please put a prayer up for my little city that I'm from, Reno, Nevada. They're on fire, and I got family there, and I had a friend that showed me the fire coming over from her backyard, and they had to evacuate.
Oh my!
So please keep a prayer up for Reno, Nevada. That's where your little girl's from. Yeah, me and my oldest daughter.
What caused the fire?
They believe that it was set, and so it jumped the highway because it started in a little hick town called Verdi, Nevada, and it jumped the highway and went straight into Reno, Nevada.
Wow. We've been having some fires here, too.
Yeah. And when people don't believe... Now, it's one thing if somebody's setting them, okay? But it's another thing when people don't believe in global warming. This is real. This is real because look at Hawaii and look at all the things that are happening. This is because of how the world has treated the world. and now we're starting to see things in places we never saw them before.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I definitely, but I think some people are setting fires because there've been 3 fires
Yes.
in the city. Morrow's was on fire last night. There was a business
Oh
that was on
no.
fire on Frenchman Saturday, and then there was another fire somewhere. I think in that Bywater area that was a fire. I
Uh-huh.
feel like somebody must be setting these fires because it's like
Yeah.
concentrated in one area. I could be
Right,
wrong,
right.
but that's what this is
Oh my goodness.
feeling like.
But we got to keep ourselves prayed up and everybody be aware. Keep your head on a swivel because, I mean, the world is just going completely crazy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, that one. But anyway, the other thing I wanted to say to you about somebody, what that dude said to you.
Wait, say that again?
Ooh, the dude that told
Oh,
you were.
yeah.
Oh, Kimba. I'm surprised you didn't tell him his mom and go to hell.
I mean,
But I know
I didn't offer him hell mainly because I wanted him to sit in what he said because after
Right.
I responded, he was like, "Well, I said no. You came in hot, and so if you come in hot, I got something for that too. Now we can have a
I know that's
conversation.
right.
I'm willing to have a conversation with anybody about anything, but once we start flying insults, listen, you go low, we going to hell. We're gonna sit there for a little while because I'm gonna fly around in it for a little bit. But after he recognized one that he had come out of pocket,
right?
He tried to say, "Well, your first statement was a little insulting too to parents." No. My response was a direct reflection of what I see currently, and if you didn't have the experience, to know this, then sometimes just be quiet. But yeah, no, if you
Exactly.
talk to me crazy, I'm gonna talk to you crazy too, and I'm gonna put some words together, and then we'll figure it out what we're gonna do from here moving forward.
That one. I love it. All right, my baby. You have a wonderful day and love to you and your family.
Right back at you, Pam. Have a good one.
All right, baby.
All right,
Bye-bye.
later. Yeah, it's crazy. And yes, Cam, Al Gore told us about global warming and they thought he was crazy. No, they knew he was telling the truth. What it was they were not willing to part with their profits. They knew he was telling the truth because they saw it too. All of the foolishness that we have used to cause injury to the environment. We saw during COVID when we stayed inside, the world started healing herself. Hello. We saw it and we trying to play around and like, oh no, just a little while longer. No, not a little while longer. Hey, Elwin, hurry up and tell me what you got to say because I got guests coming on the other side of this break. What you got?
Well, look, Kim, maybe the Democrats ought to do something sneaky, like paying the people to vote. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because the Republicans is pulling sneaky tricks too, okay? And I think they ought to come out the bag with they set of tricks to beat the Republicans. They're doing all kinds of crazy things right now with the Republicans want this, they want that. And I think the Democrats ought to pull some trickery too.
Okay.
It sounds fair to me. See, if I was a Democrat, I'll be pulling every kind of trick in the book to beat the Republicans because they're up to no good. Ain't no telling what else they're up to. So I would pull all kinds of tricks to win the race, to win the presidency.
And what I have to say about that is when we practice what they do, then we are asking for the same karma that's coming for them. And we need not behave like they are.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. They're ahead of the game. Look who's in office.
All empires will fall. And enough people get mad enough, some of this is going to get reversed. And I know I know it is uncomfortable right now, but some people gonna be getting some retribution that they feel like is gonna escape them. But we gotta take this break, and I got some company, so make sure you stay tuned because we're gonna be talking about some women's health on the other side of this break. Okay, Elwin?
Women's health? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I like that.
I bet you do. All right, we're gonna talk to you later. Y'all stay tuned. You're listening to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass and Councilwoman Nathia Rahman squared off in a heated debate over homelessness, public safety, and economic development. Here's Mayor Bass.
I did the first tax credit when I was Speaker of the House. You were nowhere. As a matter of fact, I believe you have missed several thousand votes because you don't show up to work.
The two mayoral rivals exchanged sharp criticism of each other's records. Mississippi lawmakers are considering a new funding model that would tie university funding to graduation rates. Members of the Legislative Black Caucus are urging caution, saying more data and input from HBCU leaders is needed to ensure historically black colleges aren't unfairly impacted. And Drake is expanding his live entertainment footprint with a new history venue in Ottawa. The music venue, created in partnership with Live Nation, follows the successful launch of the original history location in Toronto. Get BIN News now, on demand, 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app. Now back to Terry McCready.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Good morning and welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And as promised, I told you guys I was going to have some company coming back on from the last break, and I would like to welcome Dr. Dinah and Dr. Harris here to the Front Porch from Round Table Talk.
Table round.
Table rounds. There we go. Table rounds. So you all hear me talking about what's going on with me as I am approaching 50. Perimenopause is real. And yes, I'm telling y'all all the things as they're happening because I feel as if enough conversation about just things that happen hormonally with women were not discussed.
Yeah.
I remembered my mom was hot and irritable. That was all I knew. I knew that was one of the things that I could expect to happen, but I did not know, one, that it lasted so long and that it had so many other symptoms that I had no clue was connected to menopause. But I'm happy to have you both here on the Front Porch so that we can start having this conversation publicly so that people can hear like, oh, well, no, I'm not losing my mind. This is the thing. So before we go too far, because this is our first table round discussion here on the front porch, do you mind letting our listening audience know who you are, where you people from and all that good stuff?
I'm sorry. I'm Dr. Denna, Princess Denna. I'm from Philadelphia by way of Nigeria. So
Okay.
I have to say that. And so I grew up in Philly, moved here about 18, 20 years ago. And I am the CEO and practicing physician, MedPeds, internal medicine, and pediatrics. So I joke around and say I see the womb to the tomb. Newborn babies all the way through geriatrics. And started a podcast, it's been almost a year now, with Dr. Renaud Harris.
Thank you, Dr. Denner. I'm Dr. Harris. Also board certified internal medicine, pediatrics, obesity medicine physician. As far as where my people from, I kind of claim two. I used to say New Orleans, but then one of my friends said, "You're not from New Orleans."
Oh, yeah. And we're very, very particular about that.
Right. So I'm actually from Kenner/River parishes. Kind of grew up in between both of those.
The GNO.
The GNO area. I'm from the metro area.
There you go.
Metro area. So I definitely have a lot of family. I'm still in those areas, River Parish, Kenner, as well as New Orleans. So definitely happy to be here. I'm also a graduate of Xavier, class of 2007. Okay, ring the bell.
Let's go.
So that's super exciting that I went to LSU for medical school. And now I also have a private practice, but in Kenner, Family First Medical and Wellness Clinic. And I see primary care patients as well as as Dr. Dennis said, from the womb to the tomb. But my passion and interest is basically preventing chronic diseases, such as high blood pressure, such as diabetes, with lifestyle changes and weight management.
That is so important and specific to my life, to be honest with you. My mother and all of her siblings were diabetic. My mom was diagnosed at 25, 26 years old.
Young.
I'm 49. I have not been diagnosed with diabetes because of weight management and dietary changes and activity increases. Also, of my dad's side of the family, my dad had blood pressure. They both ended up having kidney failure. So all of those things, I grew up watching, because of course, if I saw my parents and my aunts uncles dealing with chronic health diseases, I also know that I didn't meet one of my grandparents because of such.
Right.
So having conversations about minor changes that you make, about minor adjustments that you make in your life that can extend and the quality, not just extend your life, but also improve the quality of your life. So I'm glad that you all have decided to come to share information with our listening audience in particular, in addition to your podcast audience. What are some of the topics, or what are some of the areas that you're seeing trends that we need to ring the alarm about right now?
All over. I think the most important thing is health disparities, right? Understanding that there are different life expectancies, understanding that there are different outcomes when we look in the Black community in comparison to our other cohorts. And we have to ask ourselves the question, why? Right? Just you talking about diabetes and your family, a lot of people walk away from our community thinking, oh, I'm going to have diabetes, I'm going to have hyperlipidemia, high cholesterol because my mom, my dad had it. And not understanding these are preventable diseases. Like Dr. Harris mentioned, one of her passions, these are preventable diseases. It's familial in the sense that we tend to do the same things our parents taught us to do, right? So we eat like them, we cook food like them, we put the same amount of salt and things that they use to eat. And so as a result of that, we carry some of the risk factors, right? Because of our environment and our milieu, as opposed to that is something genetic within us, right? And I think us understanding that we have the power to change those things, right? So we have the power to change the outcome, right? So you said you're in your 40s and your mom had it when she was in her 20s, right? So you must have done something and developed that agency to be able to change that. So one of the things we want to be able to bring to the forefront as to why we started Tape Arounds was just talking about the disparities, talking about what we're seeing, why we're seeing it, and giving people knowledge and the words, the nomenclature to be able to say, these are the questions I want to ask when I'm talking to a doctor, right? And are they answering my question? Giving the agency to be able to do that.
Yes. And a lot of that has to do with fear.
Yeah.
And, you know, our relationship as a community with the medical community isn't the best. Many of us are still going on things that have been spread by way of mouth,
Right.
and not necessarily with data
Yeah.
to support what's been said. And so just rather than challenging that or going to see about it, people are just resting where they are. And we're seeing young men with heart attacks. I have never noticed as many black men having heart attacks
Absolutely.
because of stress.
Yeah.
Because of stress. And then we have black women who are facing a lot of mental health issues because we have been practicing the idea of, okay, it's fine.
We can
We're
carry
okay.
the weight.
We're gonna go. It's
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
and your brain will crack,
yeah.
just like your body will say,
Mhm.
you know, that's enough of that. So, what are some ideas that we can talk about in terms of reducing the amount of disparity, but also the advocating and lifestyle changes in our community? Because before you can get to a healthcare professional, what can you do yourself to lower your risk factors?
Right. So there's a few things. I'm from New Orleans, so I understand food is a big deal.
Yes.
Food is a very big deal.
Yes.
You know, I consider myself a foodie, but it's making small changes, and those changes can add up. And especially when you make those changes as a family. I always incorporate as a family because you know, you mentioned men and women, but also children. Children are getting high blood pressure. Children are getting diabetes, dealing with weight. So the changes that we make as adults, they're going to ultimately spill over to our children. So cutting back on the sodium, that's a big deal because that'll help reduce blood pressure risk. Becoming more active, and it's tough. It's hot. It's 110 heat index. So I know many people say it's too hot, but there's still things we can do at home, moving around, taking the stairs if you're somewhere. And I know it sounds cliche, walking, but it's so important. And that's the difference between taking 0 to 1 medication or taking 3 medications, because that's another issue. Many patients say, you know, they don't want to take the medicine, or the medicines have side effects, in which many of them do. So, but lifestyle changes, they're really better than any medication. When it comes to diabetes, cutting back on the bread, the pasta, the rice, the potatoes, the French fries, and we love it. You know, and I'm not saying that you can't have it, but it's in moderation. That's so important.
But you know, it's interesting because it's hard sometimes. You know, we want to give ourselves the power and the agency to make these changes. But one of the things I think would be unfair if we also don't have a conversation regarding food deserts, right? And a lot of us in our community, we're working multiple jobs, right? Holding 2 or 3 jobs, and at the same time, it's so much easier to stop at the fast food, pick up food, or et cetera. And a lot of people live in communities where there's still grocery deserts, right? So being able to capture and get fresh food, fresh fruits, vegetables, those kind of things to eat, it's hard and it's expensive, and that's by design.
Cost,
It's not a coincidental that healthy food is more expensive, right? And we're dining in the communities, and these foods aren't easily accessible to us. So part of the things that we can do is that we can ride share if we need to be able to go to some of these grocery stores or farmers markets and meet some of these farmers, people from farmers market that have fresh produce and fresh foods. Know the schedule. Know when they're coming out, right? So that we can be able to buy these and figure out how we can cook in a way that is really delicious, right? Because I think food is also culture.
Yes.
Right?
Of
So
course.
we hold our culture and our food, especially from being from Nigeria. Like we're putting in all those spices and everything, and we're talking, and we have our family around us and doing all of that and talking. So part of that is our culture, right? So how do we not remove that part of our culture, but find ways to do things healthy? One of the things I did with my girls is we did a naming ceremony for the different smoothies. We would do, right? So each one of them, each week, they'll get like the different fruits and vegetables, and we'll choose different things, and we'll talk about what nutrients are in there. Like, okay, this one has magnesium. Okay, what's that important for? That helps to relax the muscles, right? We'll talk about that, and we will name it, right? As well. And we made it into a game, and who can make the sweetest one, we all would taste it, right? So that still became part of our storytelling. You know, in the family, and still bringing in nutritious meals and making that part of our story, right? So that's the things we need to do and role model for our children.
I agree. And my dad, he grows okra.
Okay.
He grows a lot of okra, and it's interesting because it's a passion of his to grow the okra, but he doesn't just grow it for himself; he gives it, and even sometimes even sell it if people want to buy it to people in the community and people at church. So that's something that's cheap, as well as, some people may not be interested. Right, if you're not interested in gardening, if you find someone that is, and maybe just creating that relationship with them to share crops, and just getting back to the natural, because food is expensive.
It is. It
Growing
is.
it would definitely help as well.
So I noticed with young people, and it's been for a while, I have noticed the increase of overweight children. And, you know, as a child, I remember being overweight it wasn't as that many kids weren't overweight. You had kids who were just big kids, but now it's like you are seeing a large number of kids who are overweight. And I don't know if it's due to activity, because I know in some schools they've had reduction in funding. Their PE is not happening as
100%.
often. And then because of money, the scale of food that's being served and the amount of processed things that they're getting is extremely high. And I mean, shouts out to the schools who have those living gardens that they're able to pull food from to cook from. But that's not the norm, particularly just across the country. Kids are being fed what's cheap.
Yeah,
Right. Of course.
and obesity in childhood is becoming accepted, right, in a sense. And so, I'm big on calling out people when I think that they're a significant contributor to our demise, right? And I think similarly, it would be an injustice if we don't call out the food industry, right? And looking at the meats that we're eating, right? And if we look at the meats now, poultry, people think because it's chicken or poultry that somehow it's healthy. We look at the size of this poultry that we're serving people now in comparison to 20 years ago, right? The growth hormones, the hormones that they are putting in these animals. We're looking at our children. There's a concept of what we call precocious puberty.
Precocious puberty,
right?
My son.
And so what we're
Very
seeing,
aware.
what has become accepted, even in the medical world, is changing the goalposts. At one point, young ladies were going into their menses, having their period at 13. And then it shifted to what was acceptable 11.
Right.
And then it
8,
shifted
9,
now
younger.
to like 9, right? And so we have that. No one is asking us the question, why? Right? And so when we look at the meats, right, and it's all about money. When we look at the fact that they want to sell more and the pounds of how much they put the dollars for the pound to be able to sell these things in the community, it's not by coincidence that the types of fast food restaurants that they have in our communities exist too.
Absolutely.
Right?
for
And so you're right, that this is becoming accepted, but I think we also have to call out the food that we're eating and how the food is being processed, how it's being raised, right? Because I think that's playing a role, right? So young girls are getting their periods earlier. They're getting breast development earlier than they should, and earlier than they should across the world.
Correct.
When you look in other countries, right? And so that has to do with what we're eating, not just how we're eating.
But in addition to the medications, because my son was preemie. He was born 1 day short of 7 months, the day after Katrina. He was on so many different medications that they predicted some things that they did predict didn't happen, but some of the things that they weren't aware did happen. So the precocious puberty, I definitely was hyper aware of. And then as an educator, I've also been shared that, that information has been shared with me as well. The milk is what I've been paying attention to, the hormones in the milk.
Absolutely.
And I'm not going to name the product, but it's a well-known retailer that makes its own milk and sells it. And for years, we stopped buying it because we noticed the impact that it was having, or just having conversations about what the government would pay for.
Yeah.
Because, with
Interesting.
women,
Good
infants,
point.
and children,
Right.
And,
the things that you go to grab for the thing that is the less amount. So when you have communities that are dependent upon federally funded food,
Absolutely.
then you're gonna buy what
they say to buy. Absolutely.
Right.
And that's going to impact our
that's going to impact your
You
health.
don't know any better.
Yeah.
I agree. And I also think it's multidimensional. I think families are just stressed and pushed and overworked. So when I see kids come in with obesity, I never judge. I never say how, because it's a lot. It's a lot on parents to go to work, provide, cook food, pay the bills, make sure your children eat a healthy, nutritious meal. So we also just have to understand cultural-wise things that we can do. Just being more active when we're able to spend time with our kids, trying to find activities that keep us moving, going to the park, going outside in the yard if you're able to. Some people may not feel comfortable going in the yard, but even going to a park, just staying active. Like you said, the schools, we used to rely on the school. They used to have national presidential award if you push yourself trying to get presidential. I don't even think they have that anymore.
There's so much being or has been restructured in the schools that's stressing me out.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. You know, my kids are young, so they're just getting to that point. And I know I was talking to my 5th grader earlier, and he was saying they have PE 2 days a week. I'm like, I thought we had PE every day.
You know? So there are conversations to be had about all of the things. One, I think that now is the time for us to start educating our young people about their food choices. I, as a parent, my kids did not get candy until they went to school, like first grade, kindergarten, first grade, mainly because I know once you get hooked on sugar,
it's an addiction. Food is an addiction.
Yes, and so tasting actual candy, they never got until first grade. But I know that some parents, and it's not a judgment. Yeah, sugar is a pacifier for their kids. Yeah, I know you're gonna leave me alone while I do all the things that I'm overscheduled for. If you have this sugar, and I think that we have to start having more conversations about one, how much we're loading up, because our spending choices have a lot to do with how much we decide to work. But also look at the impact of us doing all the things and just kind of, all right, I got you tucked in the corner. I'm going to deal with it later because it's creating bad habits for adults. Yeah. We're going to take this break, y'all. You listen to The Front Porch here on WBOK, what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Late nights are made for chillin', and you can do just that every Sunday night at 10 p.m. as DJ Wick brings you The Love Zone. It's the perfect way to top off your weekend with your favorite old and new school ballads. So sit back, relax, and let DJ Wick take you to the Love Zone on WBOK and on the World Wide Web at WBOK1230.com.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are your Monday headlines for you. Overnight, a man is shot and killed in Algiers. The New Orleans Police Department says that it happened around 10:30 last night on Newton Street and Atlantic Avenue. They say that the victim was taken to the hospital where he died. Police say they are working to identify a suspect, so if you have any information at all on this shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. After 8 months, the National Guard is ending operations in New Orleans starting today. They are expected to be completely out of the city by the end of the month. Troops were first deployed during the one-year anniversary of the Bourbon Street terror attack to help with major events like the Sugar Bowl. Mayor Helena Moreno thanked the Guard and said while the deployment is ending, it is not the end of the partnership. And today is the last day for you to give your input on the New Orleans Recreation Development Commission as they search for the next CEO. A community survey is open now, and it asks what changes you would like to see and what you're looking for in NORD's next leader. The survey will close at the end of the day. Once NORD combs through applications and selects finalists, you will be able to attend a forum and hear directly from candidates. And that is a look for you at your Monday.
AURN News. More than 5.5 million Americans are no longer receiving SNAP food assistance compared with a year ago as tougher federal eligibility rules begin reshaping the nation's largest anti-hunger program. New data reported by the Associated Press shows that SNAP participation dropped more than 13% from 42.2 million people in May of last year to 36.6 million this May. The decline follows expanded work requirements and other changes enacted during President Trump's domestic policy law. The numbers drastically by state. Arizona recorded the steepest decline, roughly 55%. Anti-hunger advocates warn the drop does not necessarily mean millions of families suddenly no longer need help, but some eligible recipients are losing benefits because they cannot meet paperwork, reporting, or requirements. The state stakes are high as families continue dealing with elevated grocery costs, and because SNAP eligibility can also connect children to other nutrition assistance. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
When I hit my 50s, I felt like things were slowing down.
This is Sandra's Metamucil story.
I started taking Metamucil for digestion, but had no idea it would impact so much more. Not only did Metamucil help me feel more regular, but my heart health saw the benefits too.
Metamucil, one simple routine, 4 health benefits. Digestive health starts here. Go to metamucil.com for more details.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have a health reminder from the CDC.
Pneumococcal vaccination is recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, we're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the front porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared, and we are still here for table rounds on the Front Porch with Dr. Harris and Dr. Denner, and it's been some really good conversation about how people can go and see about themselves, and I don't think we've had enough conversation about the many ways we need to see about ourselves. We talked about the food, we talked about information sharing that is tremendously important. But what are some other areas that we can work on strategizing around community health?
Yeah, I would say get a primary care physician. And I think what tends to happen, I grew up in the inner city in Philly, and so the ER was my primary care physician. When we were sick, my parents took it to the emergency room. Those were the doctors I saw, right? And people don't realize that having someone that you trust, someone that that you can share things and don't feel judged with sharing. And a primary care physician is someone that sees you for everything and understanding it's not just when you're sick or what we say women's health or need or want to do your annual women's visit or pregnant, right? Just once a year, go see a primary care doctor to keep you well. Someone that's going to do preventative medicine, someone that's going to do a well visit and be able to diagnose things early in case they do see something that needs to be treated. I think that's important too. Having the resources to be able to find the doctors that look like us, and advocates, those doctors who are advocates who might not look like us, right? I think is key. When we look at concordant studies or look at those studies that show Black patients do better with Black physicians.
Yes.
Right. There's data that
Mhm.
supports that. Right.
Mhm.
And there's a reason for that. Right. So being willing to open up to your doctor, and the doctor also being willing to talk to you in a way that you understand and understand the culture from which you're coming from.
Yes.
Right.
Mhm. Yes.
So it's I remember people making recommendations to my family growing up. I'm like, we don't eat that food. Right. Well, so you're making recommendations on something to eat that's not part of our culture. Right. So we're not going to do that. Right. So it's important that people understand culture when we're delivering medicine.
Right.
Right. So that's a piece of it too, as well.
And I think for me, I'm really big on educating kids at an early age. I have 5 little kids, and so I think it's important to have exposure. I bring my kids with me when I go to the doctor, and I think that's a part of the reason why I became a doctor, because my mom, she had sickle cell, and so as a little girl, I was an only child. I went with her. I went with her to her doctor appointments, to the emergency room, watched doctors come in and a healthcare team, and I started just having an interest. So I think it's very important to expose children early to the healthcare system.
Yeah.
When you're going to see someone in a hospital, say, hey, do you want to come with me to the hospital? When you go see someone, when you're going, especially as I remember one time I was going to a neurosurgeon, and I brought my son. He was young at the time, maybe 5 or 6, with me. And he met the neurosurgeon, and the neurosurgeon was talking to him. And when we left, he said, I didn't know guys can be a doctor. And I was like, most guys, most doctors are guys.
It's more men.
But he was so used to seeing myself and my friends that he just thought only women were doctors. And I'm like, really? So it's all about exposure. That's what he saw. He saw myself, and he saw all of my friends. They were all women. They were all doctors. So he just was like, I didn't even know guys were doctors. I was like, yeah, you can be him.
Yep.
So I think that's a big part of it, just exposure and finding that person, like Dr. Dennis said, that you're comfortable with. I know many people have had a bad experience with a doctor. Many people have stories to tell of how someone may have treated them, or a provider may have treated them wrongly. But I do think, don't give up.
Right.
Because this is your health. You have to take control of it and try again.
So kids getting exposure to information is highly important. And I'm saying that because, like you said, you went to the doctor with your mom. I went to my mom, to my mom's doctor appointment, and to the point that when I talk to other medical professionals, I know language,
right?
Because one, I'm nosy, and two, I know sometimes because of breaks in treatment, people can recommend things for you that should not go along with your body chemistry or something that's going on with you. But if you're not armed with the information, you don't know the questions to ask. But a lot of patients I've heard in the past, or people say, oh, I don't go because I don't understand what they're saying. That ability to share information plainly is important, because jargon is great, and but everybody's not a doctor. Everybody is not in science. So you telling me things from your point of view or your lens that I can't engage or access, that's really not helpful either. So when you're talking about cultural, my medical team and my children, my husband, all of our medical team are people of color. Majority Black, and we have a few Asian specialists that we were referred to. Yes, we go to Black doctors first because the conversation is different about what it is when you talk about food choices, right? I still make gumbo. I make gumbo and I put chicken and turkey in it, and instead of putting pork in it. I make some stuffed bell peppers. I'm going to change the types of food that I put in to make traditional and cultural dishes. But if you're talking to me over, it's too much lipamine and this and all of that, I don't know what you're saying.
Know what that is.
Right.
And what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So having information that's accessible is also important as well. Because just like teachers, just because we covered it don't mean it was learned. So unless I use the language that you understand, then I know it was taught and you learned it.
Yeah. Exactly. I think medicine has been so isolating for a long time. And I tell my patients, your body is medicine. Right? And the universe gives us what we need in our body, what it needs to survive. Right? So that's key. And I say that to say that the way in this society it's been situated is that we keep or we cover or we isolate the knowledge so that people don't have that knowledge to protect themselves. Right. And that's why we wanted to do the concept of UniMed Academy and the concept of tape around to be able to break down the science, right? To be able to break that down. I think, and I might be one of the few people to probably, I will push back a little bit.
Okay.
In the sense that I think we need to learn that language, though, right? It doesn't belong to just one group of people, right? We deserve the right to know what's going on in our body in a way, and I agree, in a way that is understandable, but we need to know those processes.
Yeah.
Right? And
agreed.
for centuries, we have known those processes until it became isolated. Until they removed Black doctors and all of the things that have happened, right? And you mentioned earlier, I think, the distrust that we have, in the community, rightfully so.
Yes.
Right? The distrust we have for the medical community. But I want us to push back so that we own medicine. We deserve that, right?
Agreed. I think, again, it's easier to talk to children because they'll go home and tell their parents, right? I remember when I was younger, there was a push for people to stop smoking. And at the time, both my parents were smokers. So my brother and I were, gross. And my mother did eventually quit. My dad did too. But I think it's necessary to give that information to kids so they can teach up. Also, community, I just talked about it earlier. The older community have to shh and listen. Because oftentimes you feel like you're the authority on things, on information that is that's not serving us anymore. And so sometimes you got to listen to the young people because no, they don't know everything, but they know what they know. They know what they know. And it can be enhanced by our elders of saying, okay, now this is what we used to do.
Right.
This is what the goal is to get to. So the way we did this may not be working. No, we're not going to throw it all away, but let's adjust it. And I think that's where we keep having that push and pull, where who wants to drive the car? We can do it together.
Yeah.
And we got to get to the point where we're willing to have the conversations about it. So Cam said, you had a couple questions. Miss Anita said, are you taking new patients? And Jessica said, yes, they are.
Love you, Jess.
And also, Cam, one of our listeners, she says, exactly, I still make culturally relevant foods in a more healthy way. And it's not enough conversation about that.
Correct. Yeah.
It's not enough when we're talking about making groceries. A lot of the things that my grandmother used to cook with, she didn't use a lot of salt. She used a lot of vegetable seasonings, right? Or you had seasoning meats, but you didn't add extra salt. You did.
Right. Bam.
You use it to flavor and not overwhelm. But it's a lot of those conversations that are not being had. I don't know how many people actually really still cook, or kids are learning how to cook. But maybe we can figure out a way to have that messaging to say, hey, take an hour a week. And create something.
And learn the right way. So many patients will, like, when I talk to them about diabetes and hypertension, I say, hey, you want to eat less salt or you want less carbs? And they were like, I don't know what to buy. I don't know, like, how much sodium is enough sodium in the, you know what I mean? Like, what do you tell them? Because you the obesity.
No, I think I remember for me, and maybe we need to, as physicians and providers, we need to start having more pictures in our office, because I remember years ago seeing the food
triangle.
Well, no, not even the food, but like it was with those 3D poster boards, and they had contained Ziploc bags, and I'll never forget this, of the amount of sugar in different
in the Cokes
and in the Cokes, right?
Yes, I remember that.
I was like, oh, that's a lot. When you see the white sugar in the Ziploc bags for the sodas and the Gatorade, and there's so many things that people think are healthy.
Yeah.
When it's really not healthy. But it's also, that goes back to food labels. And many people may not understand how to read a food label. And I get it. When you go to your appointment, it's not a lot of time.
Right.
So that's why,
that's true.
You have to really have those questions prepared and then ask. I've had more and more patients, which I think is great. They're asking, can I be referred to a dietitian, or can I have an appointment just to talk about dietary choices? Because I will go back to what we mentioned earlier. Regardless of what color your physician or provider may be, if you don't understand, you need to ask.
Right.
Because even as a Black physician, when I'm talking to patients, sometimes I may say something that I don't realize they don't understand.
Right.
But I want them to be comfortable enough to ask me and say, well, Dr. Harris, run that back. Like, what did you say? Or make sure, or at least even paraphrase at the end of the visit, say, well, let me make sure I have everything. Let me make sure I'm touching on all of these points. And I tell people, especially, as we get older, as we age, bring someone with you.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of
disrupt that.
information,
Yeah.
right? And they may catch things that you don't catch. You may catch things that they don't catch, just to get the entire picture, because it's a lot. Especially when you're seeing specialists. Sometimes they may not have a lot of time, and sometimes it's high level.
But there's also a power dynamic, and I think it's important to say that. Like, right, there's a power dynamic inside that exam room with the doctor and the patient.
Yes.
Right, and we have to own that and know that. So sometimes, like, my dad has a PhD. Like, he goes in there and he still puts me on the phone because I'm like, Dad, make sure you talk to this doctor about this, and he doesn't want to ask them. Well, I don't want to offend them. I'm like, what? Don't worry about that, right? So, right. So it doesn't even matter the degree. Like, it doesn't matter the income. It doesn't matter none of that. It's a power dynamic that exists when you go into that exam room, and we have to understand that patients are going to give deference to us as physicians. So if we say do this, they'll do it sometimes, right? Or they're scared to push back and say, no, I don't want to do that, right? And so part of is having the sensitivity of understanding that inside the exam room, so that, like what you just said, patients bring another family member, because sometimes that's disrupted because that family member is not the patient.
Right. Heard them.
So they heard them.
You need to
they
do
can
this.
ask those questions
Right.
because they're not the patient.
Right.
Right. So that helps to disrupt that order.
That
in a
advocate
sense.
kind of.
Absolutely. 100%.
Absolutely. And I think that a lot of people, they go oftentimes not for wellness visits,
Absolutely.
but because of something has presented itself. And the consistency is everything when you're being seen by your primary care physician.
Yeah.
Gaps provide opportunities that are missed to deal with preventable diseases. And as we have been talking about food and menus, my husband and I first started dating, all the pork in his freezer I threw away. Because I had stopped eating pork when I was about 19, because I noticed that when I eat it, I'd get a headache.
Yep.
So I was like, if this makes me feel bad, I'm just not going to do this anymore. And then he used to, Big Macs were his thing, and cholesterol was ridiculous. So we made some changes where we started changing the carbs in our house. So like, we don't have any white carbs. We have wheat pasta, we have wheat bread, we have not the wheat crackers, because I just don't think they're tasty. The Nutri-Grain, yes. But we've made those changes because those little small pieces make a difference in our blood work.
Right.
And then so with us making the changes, the kids have made the changes.
Exactly.
And so they are making patterns, or have patterns on things that will help fuel them and not cause them illnesses. I don't want parents to focus so much on weight for their children, but it is important. But paying attention to how much they eat prepackaged food, those noodles.
Yeah, just put them away.
A lot of sodium.
Put a lot of sodium.
Is it
and
even
carb.
real food?
No, yeah.
Don't even
Yeah.
need it.
And in addition to that, if you can do it quickly, it's probably going to do quicker damage.
Yeah.
So keeping those things in mind as we are trying to take care of our
bodies
and things.
If it's packaged or canned, then it's generally not good for you. Right? That's what I tell people. If they're packaging it, they have to put preservatives. They have to, so that they can preserve it, right? And if it's canned, it's the same thing. It's generally not good for you. So you want to eat fresh items. If you're cooking, cook something fresh. Don't cook those frozen foods, those kind of things. Those are the things that's going to make a huge difference. And what we eat also affects how we think, right? We're sluggish. We're tired. We're angry, right? So all of that is affected by what we eat. So I think that's key too as well.
I agree. And what we give our children, it affects them. My children, they love a cinnamon roll, but
chicken nugget.
A chicken nugget, but that's going to spike their sugar, and then I'm going to wonder why he's screaming and hollering. So it's like in the morning, I'm trying to think like, oh, let me get some protein, something that can kind of stay with him. with them longer compared to those carbs like the cereal or the donuts or the cinnamon rolls. They love it, but it's going to spike their sugar and they're going to crash.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then that's going to be a problem. So, and I get it. As a parent, it's a lot. It's a lot. You know, I wish I could cook a healthy, nutritious meal every single day. And I really can, but we have to find the time. We have to prep and find the time.
Prep is key.
And like on Sundays, that's the goal, to try to start cooking meals on Sundays that can last, because it is tough to cook every single day. But maybe if you cook, cook on a Sunday and that's left over for Monday, then maybe a Tuesday, maybe 3. Starting with small goals. Even if you say I'm going to cook
2 meals.
one time a day, one time a week, or 2 times a week, it adds up over time. And then when I am in the kitchen, I enjoy getting the kids
involved. Yes,
so that they can learn how to fix healthy meals for themselves in the future.
Indeed. We're going to take this break, y'all. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today is a WDSU First Warning Weather Alert Day for the threat of strong to severe storms this afternoon and evening. Highs reach 93 to 97, feeling like 100 to 105. Storms arrive after 2 p.m. for the North Shore, after 4 p.m. for the South Shore. Main impacts include strong winds, frequent lightning, and heavy rain. Another round of storms expected for your Tuesday. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
Missed a show? Want to hear that guest everyone's talking about? WBOK is now streaming on all your favorite podcast apps. Just search WBOK Media, hit download, share with a friend, and don't forget to rate your favorite shows 5 stars. Because when our voices are heard, our impact grows.
Hey New Orleans, it's Doc Griggs. Tune in every Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. for Doc Talk and get checked, get fit, get moving.
Wake up and join us on the Good Morning Show every first and third Friday at 8 a.m. to hear our friends at New Orleans & Company, the official destination sales and marketing organization for New Orleans and a driving force behind our city's cultural economy. Learn more at www.neworleans.com.
Did you hear the news? Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom has a new time. Catch us now every Wednesday at noon. Same program, same great conversations. Just a new time. So catch Dr. Clark's 101 The Living Classroom this Wednesday and every Wednesday only on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared, and we are still here with Dr. Harris and Dr. Denner talking about health and health disparities and food deserts and weight management and how we can prolong but sustain a healthy life moving forward. I am glad to know that a lot of life expectancy is longer than it had been because we lost grandparents in their 50s, 60s when I remember people were passing a lot younger, and now we have people that are living longer. Great job technology, but we have I don't know, we have this start stop thing happening in our community. We want to hurry up and get slim. We want to hurry up and improve. We want to get rid of this. We want to get rid of that. Then we all want to do it homeopathically.
Yeah. That's true.
All of the things that seem to be making healthcare interesting.
Yeah.
So what are you guys seeing, or what is being asked for? What is the new fad in medicine that's being requested nowadays?
I'm getting a lot of people asking for weight loss.
The shots. That's what they call it. The shots. Everybody wants the shots, and now they're pill versions of the shots. So that's good to know, especially if you ever wanted to try the shot. But now Wegovy comes in a pill. There's another pill, Foundayo, that help with weight loss. So there are options, but that's the biggest thing lately to help with weight loss. And to be honest, people are really getting great results. Really, really great results. Definitely have been a game changer, because at one time people were kind of almost forced to just get surgery, where at least now this is another option, and many people do it combined. They may get the surgery, but they still may need shots or pills to help. So it's definitely opened the door for people to treat their diabetes, treat their high blood pressure with weight loss, treat their high cholesterol with weight loss. And many people have been able to get off insulin, to get off just a plethora of pills. So so far so good. I think that's definitely a step in the right direction. Now there's a program, the Medicare GLP Bridge 1 program, that if you have Medicare Part D and you want to lose weight with some criteria included, that you can get a GLP-1 for $50. So many people may not know that, but definitely talk to your healthcare provider if you're interested in trying one of those weight loss medicines to see if that applies to you.
I think obesity, in general, has been stigmatized for a long time in the medical community, and so in the sense that they felt that patients who were obese was because they did that to themselves, or their parents did it to the children. How you let that boy get, or why you let that girl get that big, right? So it was stigmatized in a while for a long time, and not understanding that food. I said earlier, food is an addiction, right? So to understand that food's an addiction, and it itself, obesity itself, is a chronic condition, medical condition, right? And also understanding that no one did that to themselves. Right? They didn't put all of those chemicals and growth hormones and all this stuff, et cetera, into the food that they're eating, right? Because I have patients, and I believe them, will say, I'm only eating once a day, I'm only eating this, and I'm still gaining weight. I'm saying, barring any organic reason, thyroid disease, or, organic reasons as to why people would gain weight, we have to understand that society plays a significant role and major contributors to this, right? And we have to stop blaming these patients for being overweight or having obesity, right? So that's an important thing, because when we treat them, patients will want to ask for treatment and medications and et cetera. And just similarly, like we have medications for hypertension, or like we have medications for diabetes, there's medicines available now for obesity. That's what I tell people. So remove the stigma from it, right? And yes, I don't think medicine, just like I would say for hypertension and diabetes, medicine should not be the only treatment.
Correct.
Right? Food, your environment should be the treatment. What you're choosing to eat is important, right? A lot of people think they're eating healthy things. Like, I stay hydrated, I take watermelon. I said, well, watermelon is the highest glycemic index. Now, at one time during enslavement, That might have been a reason, right, to give us glucose so they can fuel the muscles and etc. But we don't need that much of glucose now, right? So you're eating that to stay hydrated. You think you're eating fruits, but you're eating sugar, and you're driving your glycemic or your glucose index up, right? And so people learning and understanding what healthy foods to eat is going to be is going to be key, and then exercising, like you mentioned. So exercising, yes, it's hot outside, but what can you do inside, right? Like I said, I grew up in the inner city, so my dad did not have me out in the streets. So in the basement, we had a punching bag. We would go to Joe Frazier's gym. My dad would throw medicine balls. We were doing the frogs. We were doing all kinds of stuff to make sure we were staying fit, and that's why I don't know how to ride a bike now. Right? Right? I never learned to ride a bike because I wasn't out in the streets. Right? So I understand that not everybody is going to have that or be able to run outside and don't have that same equity. Right? But what we can do in the homes is important. Right? There's no excuse what we can be doing. Put the iPads away, put the computers away, put the phones down. Parents, please. Right? And role model for our children what we want our children to be. Give them the bodies that they deserve by doing some of those things in the house and understanding the things outside of the homes that is hindering us, right? So we don't own that blame.
I think what parenthood is assumed to be and that people are equipped with is starting with the end in mind. A lot of times people don't think about backwards planning, about what it is that needs to happen. We are placed in a situation, we make decisions, and we keep going.
The journey.
Yes. And so, and in a lot of cases, people don't plan their children. So you're already scrambling and chasing the 8 ball once you find out. Right? We need to have more opportunities to have conversations about once we get in the situation and how we can navigate them. Because the scramble, we're going to scramble. And
survival.
Yes. And we have lived centuries
surviving
that way. So more conversations about how to, again, with my kids and not giving them candy, that was a conscious decision. Why? Because once they get it, they're going to have it.
Right.
They ate fruit and vegetables. So as adults now, young adults, they eat fruits and vegetables. They know, like, if they overconsume fast food, they don't feel good. Or I need to eat a salad. I need to drink some water. But if your diet has been consistent of heavy salts, heavy sugars your entire life, by the time you get to adulthood, your body doesn't really know how to function in a different way. So, again, getting to kids early, getting the kids in the elementary schools about their choices. Like, instead of getting the chocolate or the strawberry milk, get the regular milk or get the water versus the juice. Those are conversations that, I think if we are open and honest with each other, we can say we could do a better job. And then that takes people's guards down to continue to want to have the conversation, because if they feel that you have accused them of doing something wrongdoing, then they shut down and they don't want to talk about it at all. But recognizing that, in most cases, every mom, every dad wants to see the best happen for our people and our families, but we don't always have the best information. So this is the opportunity for us to share good information so that it can be shared in the game of telephone information.
I agree with you.
I agree. And really, 3-year-olds can get on YouTube. So YouTube workout videos free.
Yeah.
So, we all want to go to the gym, but there are things that we can really do that are free and like that at your house. You can work out at your house. So there's really no reason. We just have to stop making excuses.
Do it.
And we just have to do it. And like you said, it's a lifestyle. I'll tell people all the time, you gain weight, you lose weight. You gain weight, you lose weight. People lose weight, they put their medicine away, they come back 6 months later, the same weight they were when they first started. That's just the way our bodies are set up, to go back to where our body wants to pull us back to where we were. So you have to it's a lifestyle. And life happens. So, you're going to fall off. It's okay. It's okay if you come back and you're back at the weight you started at. we just got to get back on track.
We
just
live in a
gotta
very
keep
stressful
going.
world.
Right. It's
Yeah.
very stressful. It happens to everybody. It's not just you. It's not just them.
It's everybody. The more things that they have become convenient, the more we add to our plates.
Yeah.
Before we had maybe 3 meetings in the day. Today we have 10 because we don't necessarily have to be there in a physical space. But when do we have the time to take a breath between? And those are some of the things, risk factors that keep us high stress. Grabbing the first thing that we can to eat and put into our bodies because we're depleted.
Yeah.
And then the effect of that afterwards is like, okay, now I don't feel good. I know. You're overworked and you're feeding yourself bad stuff. You wouldn't do that to your cars.
True.
You're not putting diesel fuel in an unleaded tank.
Right.
So you kind of got to take your time with this vessel if you expect to be here and enjoying yourself on this plane. Dr. Harris, Dr. Dinner, table rounds. Yes?
Yes.
And we're going to be doing this every fourth Monday here on the Front Porch. And I'm excited to have you both on with us to share much needed information here with our listening audience. Where can our listening audience find your podcast, find your socials, find your service? Because somebody has even asked about getting in touch with you so that she can get started. So the requests are there.
Listen,
we're here.
we are welcoming you.
Right.
You can find our podcast. You can go to our website, tapearoundspodcast.com, and it will take you to all the information you need to be able to get to our podcast. I'm located Premium Care Medical Center on Holiday Drive, 3570 Holiday Drive. I see adults and children, myself and the other Dr. Denner. My husband's also a physician. And so from the womb to the tomb. And Dr. Harris?
And I'm on the East Bank. I'm in Kenner at 300 Clay Street in Kenner. And I see everyone as well. Primary care, with womb to tomb, as you said. Days to 90-something years old. So we both are welcoming new patients, and we're excited about being here every fourth Monday. Thanks for having us. Thank you.
Absolutely.
For all that you're doing. And also, you can also text HEALTH to 504-356-0600 if you have any additional questions. And so you can get on our newsletter.
One more time. Text HEALTH.
HEALTH, HEALTH, to 504-356-0600.
There we have it. Dr. Dinner, Dr. Harris, thank you for joining us. And y'all, go see about yourself. We got the home court advantage. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
From the campus of Xavier University, WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. 4 Chicago firefighters are recovering after battling a fire in a vacant building on the city's southwest side. This resident witnessed the blaze in the 5400 block of South Justine Street.
It was horrible. All you see was smoke everywhere, firefighters running to get some water. It was too much going on at the same time.
3 were treated and released, while a 4th remains hospitalized as investigators work to determine what caused the blaze. The family of Chantel Brooks is searching for answers more than a month after the Black California woman disappeared following a late-night hotel shift in San Francisco. Investigators have served dozens of search warrants, and her loved ones are continuing a public campaign to help bring her home. And Michael Threets, host of Reading Rainbow, says he's stepping away to focus on his mental health. The Black literacy advocate and former librarian announced he is checking into a treatment program, thanking supporters, while noting the importance of seeking help when it's needed. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and yesterday is still Movie Monday, but we had a little stuff going on this morning. Thank you to Dr. Denna and Dr. Harris for joining us here on the Front Porch and sharing information about how y'all can go see about yourself. Yes. And shout out to Anita for asking how she could go see about herself right now. Gotta love it. We love to see it. There are opportunities for us to make small changes that are going to make big impacts on our lives. And diet is one of those things in particular that makes a huge difference. I've told you guys that I was heavy before, and my weight fluctuates all the time. But a lot of the ways I'm able to maintain my weight is through my diet. I don't exercise as much as I used to. I think I'm getting ready to start exercising again. Not for real exercising, dancing. Y'all know, listen, I hate the gym. But I think I'm getting ready to start dancing again. But in order for me to feel good while I'm doing that, I have to eat things, one, that will sustain me, and two, that won't cause me to crash or cause my joints to hurt. Because, overuse, overwork, and not fueling and taking care of your body with what you put into it will cause you problems in the long run. And I've learned that lesson quite a few different times as I tend to gain and or lose weight. But yes, hydration is great, but fueling your body, fixing your plate so that you can sustain yourself is more important than anything else. And chronic diseases are something in many cases that can be avoided, all how you treat your body. So I'm glad that they will be here every fourth Monday to have conversations about how you can take care of yourself and when to go see about yourself. Hopefully you're doing that consistently in general with your primary care physician so that you can be made aware of any chronic illnesses that may be lingering around. But yeah, it is Movie Monday, and we'll get to the movies in a little bit. Jared will get them clipped up after a while, and then we can go from there. Oh, I said Movie Monday. We're going to be getting that situated so we can get that started. Because, of course, Mini Chocolates will have your Monday movie pack for who gets the theme and the movie correct. And, of course, the number here is 504-582-9422. I am still giggling at Pop saying he wanted to know the question, but he didn't want me to tell him to go to hell. Listen, Pop, you don't never have to worry about that. You have never been disrespectful or off the hook with me in life. The entire time you and I have been in conversation, you have always been polite, if nothing else. And so, yes, no need for me to send you or request that you go there. And that's going to tickle me for the rest of the day. It is. It's going to tickle me for the rest of the day. But yeah, I am curious about like the audacity of people in general, but like men, it's weird that some of y'all get all bent out of shape when people give you the same energy that you gave out. And I hate that for y'all. A lot of y'all gonna be upset a lot moving forward because, who are you talking to? Like, for real, who indeed are you talking to? Watch your mouth and or mind your manners or be expecting to get what you give. And that's pretty much how that is going to go moving forward. And I hope my goal is to see everybody treated well. Treated well. I am not nice. I am kind. I will help people I don't even like. I don't want to talk to you after I finish helping you, but I will help people I don't even like because why? It's a good thing to do. It's right. It's the right thing to do. I don't want to be in community with you because if I deem that you are not somebody who I want to be in community with because you make poor choices, that's one thing. But if you're in distress, I don't want to see nothing happen to you. That's kind of hateful. I do not fashion myself as a hateful individual ever. Consistent, strong boundaries, yes. Hateful, no, not at all. not me. Anyhow, we have had quite a few things going on throughout the weekend, and I don't think I told y'all all of the stuff that I did this weekend. Well, it started on Friday night. I did get a chance to go and visit with my friends over at the Page. It was so good to see them. I had been away for almost 2 weeks. So I did get to see my friends over there. Shout out to Willie and the good folks over at the Page on Toulouse and Rampart. I also Saturday had a very, very long Saturday in that the Alpha Beta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated had their Brenda Owens wellness and wellness fair and school supply giveaway. It was at the middle school that I went to. Shout out to Kelly Sims Baptiste, who is the principal over there. An amazing job by the Warrior Band and the auxiliary units that were there on Saturday. There were quite a few school supplies that were given away. Definitely a lot of good information given and shared by the vendors that were on site. And it was really good to see people to come and get the health screenings and to also just be in surrounding with other human beings, hoping for their better being and their well-being. It was good to see. And then after the wellness fair and school supply giveaway, Sunny from Son of a Saint, they celebrated 15 years of Son of a Saint with a block party, and that was pretty cool to go outside. There was a dunk tank that Sunny was sitting atop, and I saw him fall into the water once, and I don't know how many more times he fell in after that, but it was really cool to be in a place to celebrate the mentors and mentees and other organizations that work in tandem with them. And then after the Son of a Saint event, Bang Bang Dumang Gang went to the Dumang Street Gang gala that was held out in Kenner on Saturday night. And it was a time. It was a time. I had a blast. I even saw Leslie Williams along with some other people. I got to see some classmates and some people from Punch Train Park. Hey, y'all. Hey. It was a really good time, and I always appreciate the invitation to be in a community, especially the Dumaine Street Gang. That's the Sixth Ward. That's where my daddy from. So it was good to be in a space of joy, complete, utter joy with other people from the community, the Treme community, and a time was definitely had. And the weekend kept weekending, and yesterday I decided to do absolutely nothing, and it felt amazing because this week is going to be extremely busy, extremely busy. Shout out to the ladies at BE Academy. Week 3. Today starts week 3. I hope that you all are having a good start to your morning, as I will be seeing my students at 1:20. I'm so excited about that. We got our movie ready? All right, y'all. You know it's Movie Monday, and if you hear the movie clip, you call us and tell us where that movie clip has come from. And then, if you so desire, you can take a guess at today's theme. The number here is 504-582-9422. And if you like to hear the first movie clip, here you go.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
504-582-9422. That's how I feel like Jack. Jazz and Grayling kept trying to bring back Jack. You know what I'm saying, Jack? No. Stop trying to make Jack happen. It's not going to happen. I mean, they tried and tried. Josh even lent himself to the conversation about bringing it back. I think Mark did too, but it's a no. It's absolutely not. We're not doing it. And the number here again is 504-582-9422. You listen to the Front Porch here on WBOK. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Kubel, and here are your Monday headlines for you. Overnight, a man is shot and killed in Algiers. The New Orleans Police Department says that it happened around 10:30 last night on Newton Street and Atlantic Avenue. They say that the victim was taken to the hospital where he died. Police say they are working to identify a suspect, so if you have any information at all on this shooting, call Crime Stoppers at 504-822-1111. After 8 months, the National Guard is ending operations in New Orleans starting today. They are expected to be completely out of the city by the end of the month. Troops were first deployed during the one-year anniversary of the Bourbon Street terror attack to help with major events like the Sugar Bowl. Mayor Helena Moreno thanked the Guard and said while the deployment is ending, it is not the end of the partnership. And today is the last day for you to give your input on the New Orleans Recreation Development Commission as they search for the next CEO. A community survey is open now, and it asks what changes you would like to see and what you're looking for in NORD's next leader. The survey will close at the end of the day. Once NORD combs through applications and selects finalists, you will be able to attend a forum and hear directly from candidates. And that is a look for you at your Monday morning.
New Orleans is
headlines.
built
I'm
to
Elizabeth
host,
Kubel
and at
for
the New Orleans
WBOK.
Ernest and Memorial Convention Center, it is where big ideas, major events, and careers come together under one roof. As the 6th largest convention center in the country with a team recognized as a national top workplace, we are proud to power the events that keep our city moving forward. Our staff of more than 450 brings nearly 3,900 years of combined experience, an average of almost 9 years each. If you're looking for a robust benefits package, career stability, and opportunity, visit mccno.com to explore open positions today.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
New Orleans parents, is your child preparing for the ACT? Top Tutors for Us provides personalized test prep designed for African American students who will connect with tutors who look like them from top HBCUs. Our students receive targeted instruction, consistent practice, and the encouragement they need to raise their scores and compete for college scholarships. Founded right here in New Orleans, our award-winning program was designed with our students in mind. Don't wait until test day. Visit TopTutorsForUs.com and help your child begin preparing today.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here on WBOK. What New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and on the other side of the glass is Jared. And it is Movie Monday, and we have played the first clip for Movie Monday. The number here is 504-582-9422. Hey, Pam.
Hey, babe. I know I can't win anymore till next month, but I just like to play the game.
Okay, yes.
Okay, I'm going to try to guess, was that Mean Girls?
Mean Girls. Yes, you got it.
Yeah. All right. Come on, y'all. Swing that popcorn. It's good.
All righty, you got
All
it.
right, baby.
Talk to you
Okay,
later.
I'm good.
All righty.
All right, baby.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yes, indeed. That was Mean Girls. It's like I have ESPN or something. That will forever be funny to me. She was so serious when she said that. It's like I have ESPN or something. Hilarious. Oh my God. Did you all listen to the broadcast from the Riazar that Wick played on Sunday? If you missed it, I'm sure you can go back and find it in the archives and have a listen to it. I did not listen to the radio this weekend. I was gone pecan. But yeah, go back and spin the block and hear that again for the rebroadcast. It was a lot. It was a lot going on this weekend, I swear. Cam, you didn't see Mean Girls? Oh my God, that's one you should see. Not because it's gonna add any value to your life in particular, but be a part of the conversation. For real. Yeah, be a part of the conversation. It was so many different little one-liners from that particular that movie. The one that was really funny to me was the girl who was in the gym when she was talking, everybody was talking about their feelings. And then the guy was like, "She doesn't even go here." So yeah, it's one that you should see. It's really funny. You have another one queued up, Jared? All right, we got our first one underway, and of course, we're looking for the theme as well. But yeah, go check that one out. It's got quite a few oddly relative topics. I don't know how else to put that. But yeah, it's one that's hilarious. At least to me, it is. And Jared, you think it's funny too? All right, so Jared and I both think it's funny. Go check it out. And we've got the next movie clip queued up. And if you like to hear it, here it go.
Don't you walk away from me when I'm talking to you. You hear me? Tell me why you can't hold on to the ball.
Enough. 504-582-9422. My goodness gracious. I'm trying to think what other stuff was funny from Mean Girls. The ESPN one, the one when she was like, I think it's gonna rain. Like, it was just way too many. Yeah, it was a lot of one-liners and a lot of jokes in that one. It was typical high school presentation of stuff, the cool guy, the cool girl, head cheerleader, mean girl. Yeah, hilarious. Hilarious. So, see what y'all got going on in here. I do want to go back to some previous conversation. Gracie said, I did the same with my daughter when she was young, and then I had to politely correct a teacher who would reward the kids with candy. Yeah, cavities are high. Like, cavities are really expensive, and that whole idea, as soon as kids get a taste of sugar, like, they want it all the time. And again, not a judgment, but definitely just like a caution. Be very aware of what other people are offering your kids, so that any health issues or whatever, that you're not shocked by them, I guess, for lack of a better term. Don't be shocked by those health issues, especially, like, again, we have to start looking at things with the end in mind. 504-582-9422. Hey, Cam.
Good morning. How y'all doing?
Doing good. How about you?
I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there for a Monday.
Yeah. I'm winging it today.
Yeah, I bet you are. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't see Mean Girls. I mean, that was back in 2004, and I know it was like a teen movie, so I just probably wasn't drawn to it.
It's hilarious. Because it's so many adult themes that are running through there. Stuff that is relative to just socialization, particularly with girls.
Yeah. I'll try. If I see it, I'll and I'm not doing nothing. I'll stop and watch it. Let me try. I'm gonna take a stab. I know I can't win nothing either. But I just gonna take a stab at this last one. Is that Friday Night Lights?
There you go. You got it. Friday Night Lights.
Now this has got to be high school movies.
High school movies.
Yeah, because Mean Girls is in a high school setting and Friday Night Lights is in a high school setting.
Indeed. Is it high school movies?
Okay.
Not quite, but I get where you're thinking. I get your thought process.
Yeah. All right.
All righty. Talk to you soon.
Later. Bye-bye.
Later. Hey, Pam.
Hey. Hey, Cam. Well, Cam said both of what I was thinking, so I'm just going to be quiet and listen a little bit more, baby.
There you go. All right. Gotcha.
Okay.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Yes, indeed. So Friday Night Lights, I don't think I saw. Is that the one with James Vanderbeek? Let me look and see, because I don't think I saw that one. It had football, and I was never really, I didn't care enough about that. So let's see. Friday Night Lights. Well, no, that's a series. But what about the movie? But I do remember a movie with that name. Let's see. Friday Night Lights movie. Yes, that is the movie with, or it looks like it's the movie with James Vanderbeek. I can't see who's in it. Let's see. But yeah, it was football. No, I definitely wasn't gonna watch that one. Definitely. Those of you who did watch it, was it good? Did you enjoy it? Football movies. The one football movie that I remember that I liked was with Damon Wayans. I think it wasn't The Longest Yard. It was a movie that had the guy that did the Tybo. Doggone it. It was with Bruce Willis, The Last Boy Scout. Ha, there you go. Did you ever see that one, Jared? Really, really revealing movie about like the football industry, when like a lot of the politics behind the scenes and the crimes that get committed behind the scenes, like by the owners and the coaches. Yeah, The Last Boy Scout. Go check that one out. Thank you, Josh. I knew you would know. But yeah, The Last Boy Scout. Let's see. Cam said, okay, that's your favorite football movie. Rest in peace, Hayden Panettiere. Right? My goodness. Did you know all of the things that she was dealing with? I didn't really follow her a whole lot. Did you know she had like a drug problem and stuff? And had lost cut? Yeah, after the movie, I don't know that I paid attention to her. I know she was like in some L'Oreal or like some other beauty cosmetics commercials and stuff. Neutrogena. Oh, okay. But they cut ties with her and you didn't see her anymore, but I never looked into what was going on. But yes, Hayden Panettiere, her cause of death has not been finalized, but they think that she suffered, or they have determined that she suffered cardiac arrest from an apparent drug overdose, but they haven't finalized her cause of death just yet at age 36. Oh, God, there's so much sadness in the world. And yeah, those kind of things are very disturbing. 504-582-9422, but rest in paradise. Hey, Josh.
What's happening?
What's going on? How you?
I'm good. Did y'all talk about Eddie Kane Jr. going too?
Say what now?
You know Eddie Kane Jr. going too.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Eddie Kane gone, man.
That is insane.
Yeah.
But he another one you really didn't see him.
Nah, you see after the 90s. After the 90s, that was his era.
Yeah,
He was in everything almost like
Michael
Spike Lee
Wright.
involved.
Michael
Yeah,
Wright.
Michael Wright.
Like
Yeah.
I wonder.
I think he did a better job in Sugar Hill.
Oh, he was scary in Sugar Hill.
Man,
He
did
scared
a good
me.
job. Good job. Hey, first day I saw Killer do to a Teddy Pendergrass song. Never thought that song would be murderous. You find out something new every day. Yeah, man, he's a good actor. He was a good actor.
He was really, really good. Oh, he was 70? Who
71.
knew?
Honestly, Kimber, in the 90s, he looked every bit of 62 years old, period. Like, it was hard to believe that he was in his 30s and his 40s in the 90s.
I don't know. I don't know that I don't know if I looked at how old he was or that I cared. He looked like he fit in the group, so we just let it ride.
Yeah, but the group didn't look like a teeny bopper group when Eddie Kane was in it.
I don't know.
That's just say Eddie Kane Jr. was the first Bobby Brown of groups, too.
You said what now?
Eddie Kane Jr. was the first Bobby Brown of groups. Well, David Ruffin probably was first. Then Eddie Kane Jr. came second as the bad boy in musical groups.
I guess. I mean, but he was fictional. He was based on somebody.
He was fictional. You're right.
Yeah,
He
it's
just
not a
don't think
real
in the
person.
movie-
But who knew
in the
he was
movie-
70?
71 years old.
So I mean, 70, I don't feel as bad. I thought he was a lot younger than that. But 70 years old, wow.
No, like nowadays, it's almost still the same thing. He's still young on the slick.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I remember
young.
Sugar Hill too. And Sugar Hill was scary to me. He freaked me out in that one.
He did?
It's just he was too cold and calm about the cold.
Yeah, he was street. He was the first person. Like, you could say the show Power was pretty much a spinoff from this movie.
But that was sociopathic. And sociopaths.
Sociopathic in line of work, though, Kimber. He was a killer.
Yeah, that's why that's scary, because I know people like that.
Yeah, you got to be sociopathic in this line of work.
Yeah,
and if you're not sociopathic, then you're a terrible killer. You can't care about everybody you kill, Kim. That's counterproductive.
I mean, I care about seeing people get killed or being killed. So, yeah, that gives me some pause.
You do that, but if you are the person that's in the killing game, you got to accept that role, you got to be sociopathic.
I guess. It was something. Well, there's that on that.
Yeah. Oh, Eddie gone. He
done gone home.
Atlanta done killed Luther Janitorial. I don't know who running that business now.
Who?
Luther Janitorial.
What is that?
One of the most iconic characters ever. Luther didn't set it off. He owned the janitorial company.
I don't know. Is that the one? Is that Nate?
No, it ain't Nate. Nate played on Night Court.
Right. I don't remember the janitorial service.
Luther Janitorial, man. He also played in one of the Windows movies too, on Get on the Bus. He was the father, had the mean son.
Is that the guy he was in School Days? He was one of the old dudes hanging outside the KFC?
No, that was Samuel L. Jackson.
No, it was another one of them too that was hanging on the outside.
If he was, I don't remember his face if he was, but I just know him from being Luther's Janitorial, which was one of my favorite characters in that movie.
I'm looking at it. I'm waiting for the video so I can see his face right now. And
that's my dog. That's my dude. I like that Luther. Luther hilarious.
Luther's Janitorial. How do you retain all of this, Josh?
I don't know.
And football facts.
It's a gift. Once said do something iconic, how can you not remember that?
It wasn't
Everybody
iconic
remember
to
the part when he
me.
said, if you don't want to work for Luther Janitorial, you could get the out. I like that part. That's my favorite line of that movie.
It wasn't significant to me. That's why I don't know.
That's significant to me.
Huh?
That was significant to me. I don't think he was acting. He was dead serious.
Let me see. I think this is the guy that was outside of
He was. He looked different.
Why it won't
No
make
Samuel
it bigger?
Jackson was outside.
I think this is the guy because he does a lot of weird, not thug behavior, but like
He's mean. He's good at being a mean guy.
shiftless behavior.
Yeah, he's good at being a mean guy. Very good at being a mean guy.
Yeah, it is him.
That's him?
Yeah, because he always he was in Lackawanna Blues too. He was a disgusting person in that one as well.
Yeah, he just
this the one I'm talking about. He's disgusting. And he plays those roles very well.
Very well. That's what I'm saying. He got to be like this in real life.
Thomas Bird. Let's see. Thank you,
He was like
Cam.
that. Atlanta killed that man. Atlanta ain't no good yet.
Not killed him.
Yeah, Atlanta, he got killed.
Thomas
Atlanta,
Jefferson Bird? Come on, Cam. That's a name.
Yeah, see, those iconic characters.
Yes,
I
this
kinda
is him.
remember.
Oh, he passed, Josh.
No, he got killed.
But he got this in 2020.
Yeah. They
Let
killed
me
that
see.
man. I don't think they solved that murder either.
Oh my God, they shot him multiple times at 70.
Yeah, I don't know if they solved that murder.
Nope. They are still working to determine the circumstances surrounding the incident. So,
yeah, I don't know. They didn't solve
but they
that.
did arrest somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did arrest and sentence somebody to it. But, yeah, at 70 years old, what you doing at 70 to get shot in the back of the head multiple times? That's a lot.
Probably doing Luther Janitorial things. Because remember, they had to kill him on set it off.
Yeah, he was a pain in the behind. I noticed that when he was in his roles, he would always take the most contrarian position on things, and that's what made him disgusting. But I didn't know he had done gotten up out of here. Good God!
He's the reason why I thought that Grelin ratted them out on
Queen and Slim.
Queen and Slim. I'm like,
I
man,
still have not seen that movie.
You still haven't seen Queen and Slim?
I have not.
Every day, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I have not seen it. It looked like it was going to trigger me, so I didn't watch it.
Only way it would trigger you if you was like in that lifestyle.
No, I know a lot of people that do a lot of stuff.
But they
I don't
didn't
want
do
to
nothing.
see it.
It was actually you would love that movie because he did that in defense of her.
Yeah,
So
I don't know.
You know what? You need to stop this.
I don't know, Josh. I mean, so certain movies that I know are going to have a violent end, if I can tell it's going to be a violent end, I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it. Or
Okay,
if I
you
know
watch-
there's going to be some highly oppressive behaviors, I'm not going to watch it.
So that means you didn't watch the movie Higher Learning then?
I did, and I won't watch it again.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't realize that Higher Learning was going to take the turn that it took.
What? It was doing the turning in the movie.
I mean, while I was watching it, I saw, but like from the previews, like I saw that one in the movie theater.
Oh yeah.
So from the previews, it just looked like it was going to be a lot going on. I didn't realize it was going to go the way that it did. But Queen and Slim, I definitely could see the ending of that, and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it.
That Higher Learning had some great.
What was that boy's name? Remy?
Remy. Take the shot, Remy. Take the shot. Do it for the Aryan Nation.
Yeah,
That's
Remy
it right there.
And in real life, he can go to hells too.
Yeah,
Michael Rappaport.
Michael Rappaport. Only thing I like about Michael Rappaport, he tried to be down so bad, like he tried so hard to be accepted by the black culture. And that's what I don't like about it.
It's
Like, yo,
not
man,
just
your
the
position.
wanting to be down. It's the idea that you have the audacity to speak from the black point of view. That's
Yeah.
really would be making me mad about a lot of people. Like, if this is not your lived experience, shut up.
Yeah, you watch.
And I
this from
feel the
comfort of your
same way about
television,
men
bro.
who like to speak with regard to what women are dealing with. Shut up. If you don't have a
I don't
womb
know,
or
man.
a vagina, shut
Yeah, I
up
get out of
talking
that.
to me.
That ain't none of my business.
That's all I have to say on that.
That ain't none of my business. But yeah, Michael Rappaport, I think I hold that Remy against him too.
Yeah. No, I
I
mean,
think I hold.
it was a character, but he constantly is saying stuff and speaking on stuff that don't have nothing to do with him. And it's like, sir, if you don't shut up and go to hell, thank you. But
Well,
we're going to take
when
this
you
final
do-
break. Here, Josh, call me
Okay.
back
All right.
later. You listen to The Front Porch here on WBOK, is what New Orleans is talking about all day long.
This is your news update for WBOK from WDSU. For all your news and weather, watch WDSU News, New Orleans' leader in live, local, late-breaking news. Today at noon and 4 p.m.
Today is a WDSU first warning weather alert day for the threat of strong to severe storms this afternoon and evening. Highs reach 93 to 97, feeling like 100 to 105. Storms arrive after 2 p.m. for the North Shore, after 4 p.m. for the South Shore. Main impacts include strong winds, frequent lightning, and heavy rain. Another round of storms expected for your Tuesday. From the WDSU First Warning Weather Center, I'm Raven Richard.
It's off the top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
A 17-year-old boy recently fell to his death at the infamous Plaza Towers high-rise, a blighted structure which has been abandoned since 2002. For whatever reason, the young man was there with friends. No one should be injured or die because a dilapidated building has been empty and neglected for years. My question, what obligation does government have when a privately owned hazard remains standing, unsecured, and dangerous year after year? Jacques St. Anne, a Belle-Chasse High School student, died after entering Plaza Towers with friends. According to police, the group climbed to an upper floor, and while descending a stairwell with no safety railings, Jacques fell to his death. Another teenager suffered serious lacerations to his arm and wrist. Plaza Towers has a long history of dangerous mishaps. In May 2021, a bicyclist was struck and injured by a piece of material that fell from the skyscraper. In January 2022, firefighters answered a 2-alarm fire at the structure. Investigators discovered multiple points of origin. In January 2023, more debris fell from the tower. In April 2023, firefighters were again called to the building. And the next day, a homeless man fell to his death from the tower. Former Mayor LaToya Cantrell subsequently acknowledged that demolition was being considered. The Inspector General questioned whether the city's response was adequate and pushed for stronger action. Now, to be fair, demolition isn't cheap. Current estimates range around $25 to $28 million. An improbable challenge for a city that's hard-pressed for cash. Meanwhile, city officials are hoping the proposal by the building's owner to develop the high-rise structure into apartments will materialize sometime in 2027. But similar proposals have surfaced and vanished since 2007. The developer may eventually turn Plaza Towers into apartments, and I'd like to see that happen. But a proposal is not a safety plan, and doing nothing to secure a hazardous building is not acceptable. Do we wait to see what the Plaza Tower does when we've waited for him to take action for 24 years? I ask again, what obligation does government have when a privately owned hazard remains standing, unsecured, and dangerous year after year? This is Norman Robinson off the top.
Hey, everybody, it's Graylin Bryant Banks.
And Kimber White Dupree
from the Front Porch.
Some convos are too good to miss. Now you can pull up a chair to the Front Porch anytime.
Just search WBOK Media and subscribe to the Front Porch Podcast.
Download, share, and hit us with a 5-star rating because New Orleans culture deserves to be heard loud and clear.
The New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation is the nonprofit organization that owns the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Festival presented by Shell. With the funds generated from Jazz Fest, the foundation invests in Louisiana communities through economic development, cultural enrichment, and free educational programs. To learn more about the New Orleans Jazz and Heritage Foundation, please visit us at www.jazzandheritage.org.
Extended through Labor Day, Louisiana residents get half off general admission to the National World War II Museum. Take advantage of 50% off and beat the summer heat at New Orleans' #1 attraction. Don't wait. Plan your visit at nationalworldwar2museum.org.
You're on the Front Porch with WBOK 1230 AM.
Welcome back to the Front Porch here. Okay. It's what New Orleans is talking about all day long. I'm your host, Kimber White Dupree, and still with me is Jared on the other side of the glass. Gonna go straight to the lines, 504-582-9422. Hello, Elwin.
Hey, who died at 20? Who died at 30? You was talking about.
Who?
Somebody died. Is he about the autopsy or something? He was talking about. Yeah.
Who are you talking about? And turn your radio down.
It was an act. It was an actor.
You're talking about Thomas Jefferson Byrd? Him?
Yeah, I mean 26. I mean, what's he 20?
He died in 2020.
Okay, what about the female who died?
Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, how old was she?
36, I think.
Wow. And they think she died from an overdose?
They think she had a heart attack that was related to an overdose.
Well, same thing, isn't it?
I mean, some could trigger one thing and not necessarily trigger another, so no. But yeah.
Okay. Well, to me, they're all the same thing. You're dead.
Yikes.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard what you said.
You're dead. I mean, that's like Irene Cara. Nobody knows where she died from, right?
Hold on a second. Let's see. They said her official cause of death is arteriosclerotic and hypertensive cardiovascular disease.
What is that?
So she had high blood pressure and high cholesterol and diabetes.
She died from multiple choices.
Yeah, she had a whole lot of stuff. So primary cause was arteriosclerotic and hypertensive cardiovascular disease, which is basically hardening of the arteries and high blood pressure.
So she died from, and how old she was?
63.
She was 60. I outlived her.
I
outlived her by 2 years.
You said what now?
I said I outlived her by 2 years.
Yeah, and I hope you keep, continuing life. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay.
I'm saying, wow. I didn't know she had all that was going on.
Yeah, we were just talking about healthy choices and ways for us to improve the longevity and also the quality of our lives. That's what did you listen to that part of the show?
Yeah, I did listen to that part of the show.
Very good.
You know something? I'm finding out everybody's living a longer life if they take care of themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And if they don't take care of themselves, they're going out real soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, you know,
kind of goes that way.
yeah, it's kind of good that way.
Yeah, if you don't take care of the vessel that you've been given, it will say, you know what, I'm gonna go.
It's
I'm
time to
be out.
go.
Yeah. So I hope that you continue to take care of yourself so you can
Oh, believe
be
me,
here
I
and
want to
have
be here
a
as long as the
life.
man upstairs allow me to be here, and I'm going to do my best to live longer.
Very good. I'm glad to hear it.
So
it's the beginning of the week. You got physical therapy this week?
no physical therapy. I got to go get a shot from Oxnard Thursday.
Okay.
I got 3 shots to get in the right leg.
Oh Lord.
I just got one last week, and I got to get one this week and one next week. So.
Well.
And that's all in the right leg, not in the left, because the left one is fused.
I hope that your right leg treats you right and not wrong.
Well, I think they're catching the arthritis, and I think they're catching it in time over here on the right side.
Okay.
I think they are, because it seems that I have some in there already, and they're giving me a shot. They gave me a shot last Thursday, so we're on the case.
Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm gonna see who's on this other line, though. Okay.
All right. Now we'll talk to you tomorrow during Trivia Tuesday.
Sounds good. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a great day.
Later.
Bye, Kim.
Bye, Owen. Hello, David.
Oh, thanks, Kip. Yeah, I was calling about that over in Vermilion Parish. Did you see I think it was last Thursday, the Federal Aviation Agency say they want to give Elon Musk, 130,000 acres to launch his rockets?
No, I did not see. You said Vermilion Parish?
Yeah, it's like dead center in the state down toward the Gulf. And it's, obviously everybody's got to oppose it because that guy is not only a deadbeat, but he's a polluter like no tomorrow. You think about these MAGAs, they're fake conservatives. They always rant about big government. But in the case of this, the Federal Aviation Agency all of a sudden gets to throw away the Environmental Protection Act, the Clean Water Act, the Clean Air Act, the Historical Preservation Act, the Coastal and Mammal Protection Act, the the acts about excessive noise. They throw away fisheries protection. They get to throw away rivers and harbors protections, from pollution. And Elon says he wants to launch 1 million rockets. Now, that million is supposed to be at all of his launch sites, but Texas has already thrown him out. He polluted the crap out of southern Texas. And so now he's gotten Governor Landrieu to give him this 130,000 acres. And I was just, spreading the word. This guy is he's not only a deadbeat, but he's introducing big government in a fantastic way.
And I'm thanking you for calling and letting us know about that. But it's not just him. It's also this governor that we have.
Oh, I know. Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, if any of the listeners want to fight this, you only have till the end of the month to fight it. And you go to regulations.gov, and then there's a docket number, and it's FAA-2026, and then -8614. And do you all have a Facebook page?
We do. We sure do. It is WBOK 1230 AM.
Okay, good. I'll shoot it over there shortly. But this guy, Landrieu has got to be the biggest sucker there is.
No, this is intentional. He knows, or he is pretending that he does know the impact, but he just doesn't care.
Well, apparently, and am I right in thinking that this area in Vermilion, is that part of Speaker Johnson's district?
Yes.
So between the two of them, they're selling out America. And, Donald Trump, I've called your show a few times in the past, and I think I may have mentioned that Donald Trump was considered a slumlord in New York.
Uh-huh.
He might have had a couple of Trump Towers, fancy places, but he's got hundreds and hundreds of other addresses.
Yeah,
And,
that were handed down to him by his dad. Yeah. The bigotry came from a long, long line away. Thank you, David. We got to get ready to get up out of here. I appreciate you listening and calling, okay?
A pleasure. Yeah, I'll shoot that over to Facebook.
Thank you. Have a good day. Y'all, thank you for giving us 3 hours of your life that you will never get back. And also, thank you for engaging in the conversation. Once again, and thank you to Dr. Denner and Dr. Harris for Roundtable Talks, and also for you guys for participating in that conversation. Remember to practice random acts of kindness, y'all, and do something nice for somebody else because it's a nice thing to do. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other, and we're going to see y'all on the flip. Bye.